Welcome to Penrose Learning, where we make understanding easy.
You start by pulling the numbers you need now: gross sales, returns, allowances, and discounts. Record gross sales by the exact period you're reporting so comparisons stay accurate. Make sure to separate non-operating income because it does not affect net sales. Once you have totals, verify documentation, sales receipts, credit memos, and POS reports so adjustments are auditable. This prevents errors later. Don't delay. Assemble a single worksheet and enter each figure so the next calculation step is straightforward. Now calculate each deduction against gross sales. Add up returns and allowances first, then total all discounts such as promotions and early payment credits. You do this because net sales reflect what customers actually paid, not list prices. Make sure to apply the correct signs, deductions as negatives, so totals don't inflate. Use consistent currency formatting and double-check rounding rules. Minor rounding differences can alter percentages. Once done, subtract the combined deductions from gross sales to get your preliminary net sales. To finish, subtract the sum deductions from gross sales to produce net sales. That's the core formula you'll use every period. Then reconcile net sales to bank deposits and accounts receivable aging to ensure cash and credit entries align. If numbers disagree, trace individual line items, check timing differences like end-of-period sales, and spot misclassified entries. This troubleshooting approach fixes most errors quickly. Make sure you document corrections and retain source records so future reviews are clean and audit-ready.
Thanks for watching. If this was helpful, leave a like and consider subscribing. See you next time.